Oh, this is too tough. Like I was eating like 3 different cuisines a day. Yeah. Pani puri. Pani puri only. Like I know Holi is approaching, and I'm like, guys, we have to have pani puri at home. Always, everywhere. Yeah, she cheats more than I do though, but we both are very particular when it comes to it. She believes in super ghar ka khana. Just eat healthy. I don't know what he loves eating. I know what he loves serving. Whenever we go to his house for dinners, there's always the most fancy cheese platter. Always.
So you know what, Akansha, when you're busy with a project, when you're filming a project, there's certain diet plans, that you all have to adhere to. You have to be in shape, you cannot really be making any mistakes when it comes to food. But I'm sure ek baar release ho jati hai movie, that's when you can actually relax and, you can actually gorge on the kind of food that you really love. How has it been, pre, post and during the filming of it? How have your food choices changed? Yeah.
Yeah. So for me, at least, I'm very, very boring. Like my friends want to kill me because I'm very, very particular about my food. I don't cheat even on a day that I don't have to. So I'm very, like, I do it out of, it's something I enjoy doing. I'm very, my body's my temple. So I just like eat very healthy all throughout. I love ghar ka khana. So that's another thing. So like every time people are making plans to want to go out and eat, I'm like, I'll eat my dal chawal and come, and they're like, that's not normal. So of course I'm usually always very regimental about my food. Filming days even more so. My workout schedule is even harder during filming. But yeah, I take it easier definitely when it comes to my workouts when I'm not shooting. 100%.
Right. So during Ray, I'm sure there must have been some moments when you sort of you had cheat days and you sort of managed to eat what you really loved.
So because we were in lockdown, we shot this October last year, so we were in lockdown, so of course we were just eating what we wanted at home. And then I signed the film, I think end September, and I had 2 to 3 weeks to go. It was scared. So I was so particular for those 2-3 weeks. And then I think the last day of shoot, we had an off day before I came back to Bombay. So we all were sitting by the poolside, if you've seen that area in the film, and we were like munching on club sandwiches and French fries and cold coffee. So I think that was one day of cheat.
Right. And when we went through your Instagram account, we saw these very interesting travel photographs, that you've been posting. But mujhe ek baat batao ki, when you go abroad, do you actually travel? Do you only travel, or do you also get to eat the food that you want to?
So everyone around me, of course, travels to eat. Like people want to land and they have a list of like places we want to go. But again, I'm the worst because I'll sit and watch maybe and I'll be like, okay, cool. Then we go back to the hotel and I'll order home food. Like I'm that extreme. But of course, I have a few things that I like to eat. So I also turned vegan recently. Actually, vegetarian. I wouldn't say vegan yet. My aim is to turn vegan. So I've turned vegetarian all the more. So yeah, I have a bunch of things I like to eat. But again, they're very specific.
Okay. So what's your do's and don'ts, when it comes to eating?
You mean as it relates to health or just in general?
I mean, general as well as health. Both, if you could sort of tell us.
Yeah. So I think I don't believe in fat diets. I don't believe in these water diets, liquid diets, or I don't believe in any of that. I feel like you have to eat healthy. You have to eat home cooked food. I believe is like A1. I don't believe in hiding from carbs and being scared of carbs. So people who don't eat roti, rice, bread, I think it's stupid. So yeah, these are 2 things I abide by: ghar ka khana and don't need to be scared of carbs.
Okay, now what we've done. We've culled out some of your social media moments, and we wanted to understand what mood you were in those photographs, and what food would you like to associate with each of the moods that we give you. So the first photograph that I would like to bring to you is from a wedding. This one you can see.
Okay. Right. So this was it was one of my closest friends, my childhood friends, Sangeet. So of course, mood was high spirits, excited. Food, I don't even remember. This was 4 years ago, but yeah, it was the Sangeet Khana, it was Shadi Khana. So it was all your chola, bhatura, this and that, and it was like 5 a.m. food after like partying all night, coming before going home, eating your Maggi noodles, and so this was that vibe.
This one looks very interesting. I'm already hungry after looking at this. This one.
Yeah, that's.
Is that you? First, you need to tell us. Is that you?
No. It's a picture via. So it's just a Sunday mood. Like pizza. So I love my go-to cheat meal is pizza. No matter what, a big fat cheese pizza is what I eat after every diet. So that was my Sunday cheat mood, which I probably followed up with.
I love, how candidly you pose with food. This one. And you say on Wednesdays we eat carbs and wear them too.
Yeah. So I remember this. I went for a late night drive with my friend and my mom, and I was on keto. No, I was on some. This was back in the day when I used to follow these diets I don't believe in anymore, and. I was like, oh my god, finally we're done. So I've ordered this big fat milkshake and I've ordered, I think it was an apple cheesecake or something, strawberry cheesecake or something. And yeah, so that was a good night.
Okay, next one. I'm sure, both of you had a great time. You and Alia, she is feeding you something. Looks like chocolate. Birthday cake, all right. Yeah.
So again, we were in London for my 21st birthday. Excited, happy. We were going to an amusement park the next day. So the previous night we kept it easy, just went for a light dinner, cut some cake. So, yeah.
So what exactly do the two of you really bond on? I mean, we know travel is definitely one of the factors. Is food equally important for the two of you, you and Alia?
Yeah, she cheats more than I do though, but we both are very particular when it comes to love.
All right. Next mood, again, most of it, with your friends, this one. What's the mood and what's the food?
It was a wine night, if I'm being honest. It was a movies and wine kind of night. So I think the food was just starters and nibbles, and we were just watching movies and
With Karan is your next photograph. Tell me any secret about food. Yeah, we usually don't get to know anything about what Karan Johar really loves eating. I mean, you know him so well. Tell us secret.
I don't know what he loves eating. I know what he loves serving. Whenever you go to his house for dinners, there's always the most fancy cheese platter. Always, and he's very fancy with his meals. Like he'll always have this extravagant layout with like buffet and like very fancy stuff. But there's always an amazing cheese platter at the start. So yeah.
Right. You pose, but I'm sure you also gorge on the favorite food item. What's this? What's the mood and the food?
Because we were in Bali, we were at this beach club. I don't think nibbles again. Bali has amazing food and food just for people like me, like very interesting breakfast foods and like vegan stuff and like very fancy different kind of food. So yeah, I remember this was at a beach club. Again, there was some fancy, amazing food.
So if somebody has to visit Bali, okay, what are those must-haves that you would like to recommend?
Oh, so I went 2-3 years ago, so I don't really remember the names, but Bali has the best. So I'm a very like breakfast cafes kind of person. Bali has the best, most Instagrammable food places, cafes, breakfast places, vegan stuff, like health stuff, smoothies, coffees. Amazing. Like Bali is A1 for food.
Okay, next we'll take you to New York City. What's the best food memory that you would like to associate with it?
Oh god, New York is the best food ever. I think, this is too tough. Like I was eating like 3 different cuisines a day in New York. I think all the junk I ate. No, there's this Sarah Beth's place, Sarah Beth's cafe I went for breakfast. It's an amazing breakfast place with like brunch place, you can say, with like pancakes and ricotta pancakes and like French toast and like coffees. So that.
And I'm sure that there's nothing that you can ever associate Malaika, when it comes to food. It's always fitness. The moment
she's also ghar ka khana. She believes in super ghar ka khana. Just eat healthy.
क्या खिलाया इन्होंने आपको? What is it that she's prepared?
Ghar ka khana. She cooks proper ghar ka khana. They make a lot of their home food. I've eaten roti, sabzi, that kind of stuff. So very yummy, authentic food. Ghar ka khana. Both Amu and
Holi. Holi has to be associated. I mean, Holi is usually, linked.
Pani puri only. Like, I know Holi is approaching, and I'm like, guys, we have to have pani puri at home. Always, every year.
Okay, all right. And here we go next. This was equally important. What's the food and the mood?
It was a party Karan had hosted for Katy Perry. Yeah. I don't remember the food. I think it was more of the socializing kind of night. So I think no food, just easy chat and banter.
All right. And then we take you to another photograph. I'm sure there is a food memory that's associated with it. Tell us.
Yeah.
Where was this placed? Yeah.
Bangkok. Bangkok.
Okay, Bangkok. Bangkok is of course known for its food. Yeah.
Exactly. It was great food.
Yeah.
So I actually had just turned vegetarian like 2-3 months before Bangkok, and you get a lot of seafood and meat there. So I was like, how am I going to manage this? But amazing. So this was my first like overseas trip as I was vegetarian. So this was the first night in Bangkok. So yeah, it was interesting. I had a lot of fancy vegetarian food. It was rooftop kind of restaurant. Pretty cool.
But isn't it like really sort of pointless, to be a vegetarian when you're traveling abroad? I mean, what do you eat? How do you survive?
No, I disagree. I think it's a myth. I think it's a myth that you need non-vegetarian food, because vegetarian food is actually more creative and more interesting if you know what to order. 100%.
The next photograph is here. The
So this
food
was-
and the mood. Yes.
So we were on a beach, isolated beach, and there were just like 4 things they were serving us: French fries and something, because they were like literally making it on the counter over there.
Yeah.
Hot dogs, French fries, this and that. Then we were like going jet ski from island to island. So yeah, so we were literally just gorging on French fries, and I think these guys are having sausages, and that's it. That's all.
So thank you so much, Akansha, for this lovely, quick, fun chat. We got to know you a lot more through your social media moments and of course the kind of food that you love. Thank you for your time today.
Thank you for having me. Bye.